Welcome back, guys. This is part 2 of the video. In this video, we will bring this illustration to life from a sketch. Let me just explain 2 points. The first point is you can download a sketch and color palette for free. I have provided the links in description box. And second thing is the brushes. I have used some of the community brushes in this video. Let me just mention the name for you. Construction brush, LODI brush, pose brush, and triangle sheet brush. These are the 4 brushes I have used in this project, and I have also provided the links of these brushes in description below. So go and check out the description box. Let's get started. Alright, this is a sketch we're gonna bring to life, and for this add a new layer and position it underneath the sketch layer. And here is our color palette for the illustration. First up, I'll pick the dark color. Moving on, let's grab the fill tool to lay down some color. We will be adding the color to the dark areas of panda like eyes, nose, arms, and legs. We will use that same shade on parts of Shifu too, like where it adorns his hands and feet. Next, select earthy brown color and fill in the panda's shorts. Add a new layer and position it underneath. Now from the palette, pick a light tone and use it for the white parts of panda. We won't go with a pristine white though. Something slightly off-white works better. Since pure white rarely exists, it's always influenced by the background. This color looks a bit dark and out of place at first, but watch. When I switch the background color, the color transforms. See? Looks sleek now. Up next, let's pick a yellowish tone and add it to that socks-like thing. I don't actually know what it's called. Drop the name in the comment section if you know. Time for maroon to enter the theme. Add a whitish color to the eyes. Now pink. Lighten it up and add it to the tongue. And we are done with the base colors. Oh wait, I think I forgot something. The dumpling. And there we go. The next step is adding a texture. Create a new layer for texture. Pick the scratches brush. Choose a brownish color. Use this brush to add texture to Shifu. A scratches brush is actually a texture brush, and when you use this brush, it gives a very good texture and it gives a stylized look for your illustration. Erase any excess with solid fill. We will be adding texture with a stripped pattern. Lay down a line of texture, leave some negative space, then add the next line. Clean up the extra bits. As you can tell, the texture to Shifu is done. Now it's time to add texture to this panda. Grab dark brown color. Add texture to the upper side of panda's arm. Same for the other arm reaching up. Hit the legs too. Now it's Shifu's legs turn. Add a little texture to the ears as well. Texture is done. Next, we are going to add depth to the panda's shorts. For this, go to the lower layer and select it. Jump to the upper layer, grab construction brush, and use that same dark color to build depth. Add dark color to the areas where you want depth. Meanwhile, use eraser to shape the shadows. And the next part is adding shadows. Add a new layer and set the blending mode to multiply. Select solid fill and start adding shadows to the panda using the color underneath. This part is actually fun. Once the shadows are in, everything starts to come together. And it's simple. You just need to know how to define form with shadows. Shadows are done. The next step is to add light. For this, add a new layer and change its blending mode to screen. Now position it below multiply layer. Long press to pick the panda's light color. Use construction brush to lay in lights and define the forms. Use quick, high-velocity strokes for better results. When you move fast, the brush naturally fades out. That helps control your strokes. Add light to define the forms and highlights to make these parts pop. Adjust brush size according to your need. And add light to the panda's face. And we are done shading our characters. What's next? The background. Go to the layer panel, navigate to bottom layer, add a new one, and position it underneath. Pick a purplish color, select triangle shade brush, make it large. Lightly brush this color across the upper sky. The dope thing about this brush is how subtle and light it is. You don't even need a blender. Now grab a brownish color and construction brush. Now we're going to paint the ground with a rounded feel. Use the construction brush for the ground, leaving the middle open while filling the corners of canvas. Now select the fine liner brush and draw a small tree. This brush is perfect for pointed branches. And when you need a thickened part, just layer multiple strokes. Add a new layer, grab a pinkish color, grab the LODI brush. Use it to add leaves to the tree. Don't drag a continuous stroke. Just tap the canvas and lift to break the flow. This is a fun, quick, and effortless way to add leaves. Use continuous stroke only where you need dense foliage. Okay, now using solid fill to add single leaves blowing with the wind, following the scene's direction. This looks so alive and dynamic now. Add a new layer for clouds. We will add them following the arrow guide. Select construction brush or paint the clouds in a semicircular direction to match the scene's flow. Once the clouds are in, grab an eraser, select the pose brush, and size it as needed. Now erase to shape the clouds and clean up extra color. Switch between brush and eraser as needed. Don't overthink it and complicate it, just keep it simple. And enjoy the process. And here we go. We are finally done with the shading of our characters. Like, share, and subscribe.